everybody. My name is Ezra. Today I want to share you my journey of my superfoods business opportunity. But before I will tell you more about that, I'm going to tell you something about my history because that all has to do with the situation and I'm in now with this business opportunity. I was a really talented student and soccer player in my youth, but my personality was always insecure. I had low self-esteem, and also because of uh, my father's education, military education, I was very perfectionistic, and I always went for the highest goals, but many times I didn't reach them because those weren't mine. So I was always in a state of disappointment and everything. At 20 years old, I unexpectedly became a father with my ex-girlfriend who I hadn't seen for 6 months. And one day she told me, and that completely changed my life. I was 20 years old. I was in the phase of thinking, okay, what education am I going to do? What do I want to do in my life? And then I heard that I became a father with a girlfriend where I'm not uh, with anymore. So that completely changed my life, my football career, and my school career went down. I was almost a full pro soccer player, but because of the stress of becoming a father, not being together with her, all those things were really stressful. Um, Eventually, my son was born, and I had taken full responsibility to take care of him, but I never wanted to come back to my ex-girlfriend anymore because too much happened between us. So I wanted to make an agreement, but from that period on, I only had difficulties with seeing my son, a lot of trials and how do you say it? Child protection meetings and everything. Eventually, my father is a Malaccan. He's from Indonesia, and in the Indonesian culture, you're not going against elderly people, what the decisions elderly people say. So he said, yeah, now you have to work. But I had really not a business education or whatever. And so I came to work in fabrics warehouses for minimum wages. And I was really, really feeling depressed, unhappy, but I didn't dare to stand up against my father and to choose for myself. So for 2, 3 years, I worked in fabrics warehouses, and eventually, on advice of one of my friends, he said, "Okay, why don't you join the army?" But I said, "Army? I'm not an, I'm not an army guy." But he said, "Okay, you can do an education there. You get paid for it." So okay, I went to the army, but I didn't feel at my place also there. I learned a lot afterwards, but I was really, really unhappy because I didn't love myself. I had no self-esteem. So eventually, at age 28, after a lot of difficulties, not seeing my son, football career went down the drain and everything, I choose to go to a higher education, sports and event management. And after I graduated at age 32, then I had to find a job, but then the insecurity, perfectionism, and everything came really to the surface. So I saw, oh, that I'm not good at, that I can do. So eventually that led also to the breakup of one of my relationships. And in that same period, my son was already 12. I hadn't seen him much, but in that period, I saw him for a few, I saw him more regularly, but eventually he said to me, I don't want to see you anymore. Come back if you are a good father. And then everything totally collapsed. And then I got my depression, and it was in 2011. I was 32 years old. I was living again with my parents. I worked in fabrics again, in warehouses. I felt totally depressed, unhappy. I had a lot of, I constantly feeling since the moment I was a father, became a father, I constantly feel a lot of pressure in my chest. I could not breathe. And that depression eventually was my wake-up call, because I observed myself and I noticed, yeah, my self-confidence is so low. I'm so dependent on others. I don't dare to take choices for myself. And that was my wake-up call. Now, eventually, I contacted one of my old colleagues from the army, Michael, and he taught me about spiritual knowledge, about consciousness. He asked me the question, who am I? Ask yourself the question, who am I? And then my journey of self-healing began. On that path, holistic health came on my path in the form of Paul Chek. I don't know if you guys know Paul Chek. He's also a friend of, was a mentor and friend of Troy Casey. So that's also where I met Troy Casey on YouTube. And with the book of Paul Chek, How to Eat, Move, Be Healthy, I began to practice it. And in a relatively short period of 3 months, I began to reprogram my mind. I began to eat different. I got knowledge about soil health and where your food comes from, biodynamic farming. And from that period on, I never bought anything again in supermarket, not the meat, not the vegetables. I only bought it with organic, with an organic store here. And that was also the origin of the first steps to my dream, because this experience about nutrition, mindset, thinking, hydration, everything, I wanted to share it with everybody. So in a period of 6 months, I started my own company, and I was really supported by my mentor, Michael, because I had no education in that field. I was thinking, oh, but I don't have the education, I can't do that. And he stimulated me, if that's your passion, just do it. So I just started. And yeah, that was a real journey, because I began to develop myself. I gave a lot of training. I shared my knowledge. I found my talents and my qualities. And yeah, I really began to heal myself. I developed more self-esteem. Yeah, everything went up again. But for a period of 10 years till September 2019, I was teaching and coaching a lot of people, but still I had self-limiting beliefs and self-sabotaging beliefs about earning money. So I gave a lot of training, but I earned totally nothing. I was always struggling every month, end of the month, to yeah, pay the rent and everything. So I got the realization again, because okay, I still have a lot of self-limiting and self-sabotaging beliefs. I learned concept of a poor man's mind, so that I'm programmed with the poor man's mind, and I wanted to overcome that, because I had evil thoughts about money. I had evil thoughts about business. And it's real funny, because in that same period, Troy posted on Instagram a post in which he explained what not dare to earn money had to do with self-sabotaging and self-limiting beliefs, and that totally woke me up. And yeah, also in that period, he did a post and he asked, are there people in Europe and the UK who want to do healthy business with me? So I thought, okay, this is a sign of the universe. I have to react on that, because I want to overcome that. I want to overcome my evil thoughts about money and business and self-sabotage. So I contacted him. And that was in, I have to look in my notes, that was in February of this year. And he he connected me with Andy Mills. Andy Mills is his business partner in the UK. Lucy also knows him. I sent him an email, but it took till March, I guess, that Andy reacted on my post, replied on my post. And yeah, then we came in contact. Andy told me about the 10-day transformation cleanse. I thought, okay, I want to do the business, but first I want to use the products. So I did the 10-day transformation cleanse. It totally blew my mind. I already ate biodynamic. I was really educated in holistic health. But what these products did with me was totally yeah, mind-blowing. But that was also the experience I needed to do the business with Troy and with Andy. So since March 16, I bought the Infinity package. That's the package we have here in Europe. It's a package of 550 euros. In it is the 10-day cleanse, an extra tube of Love Dark Berry and the Hippocrates, and unlimited gift cards for life. So I thought, unlimited gift cards for life. Now I can throw them away and I can build my business with it. So yeah, I'm really grateful for the products I'm using so far. The 10-day cleanse, like I said, blew my mind. I used the gut harmony because I also had a lot of allergies. Allergies, spiritual, are more related to self-esteem, low self-esteem. So yeah, it also built up my self-esteem using these products. All these products are all organic, clean and green superfoods, from farm to family, which means that the company has all the processes in control, so they can maintain the highest quality of bio and organic quality. There's no soy, no gluten, no artificial sugars, dairy, and the products are non-GMO. And I found out that it's a real convenient, effective superfood, not only for myself, but also in my practice for coaching other people. So I'm really grateful for that. The company and the core values resonates with mine, because my dream is to raise human consciousness and share my love with everyone. I help people eat, move, be happy, and with overcoming my limiting beliefs about earning money, I'm also becoming wealthy and financial free, and that I also want to share with other people. The company's owners are really committed to the quality of the products. We are not just changing the way we eat, but we're changing the way people live. That's also a core value that resonates with me. And yeah, the company also got products where they helped families to eat better and to perform at their best. That's called the Million Moms movement. So the company is really, how do you say, so I'm looking for the word, social committed. Is that? Yeah. Now, what I really think is really beautiful about the company is about the business opportunity. The Superfoods company is a vehicle for me to achieve that. The Infinity package is one of the most beautiful packages I know, because of the unlimited gift cards you can give to people. This is my marketing budget. This is a tool where I can grow my business by just giving people 50 euro or $50 discount, so they can use the products and get familiar with the products. And if the people buy here in Europe a 10-day cleanse, I earn 50 euros with it. So by giving 50, I earn 50 euros if people buy a 10-day cleanse. If people buy a distributor package, I earn 125 euros with it. Now, besides that, we also, I think, and with what I know, we have a real great compensation plan. So we have weekly and monthly pays. We have first order bonuses, and we can earn residual income up to 10 levels deep. And we also get bonuses for team building. So, and everybody in the company has equal opportunity. Besides that, I own my personalized online superstore with over 200 superfoods ingredients. I can use the marketing tools, so everything is available for me. So there's a low entry of cost to really do business with this company, and I can choose my own time and location from where on the world I want to work. So for me, it all has to do with in being independent, sovereign, and not having a boss, but also being totally self responsible for my success. And I think that is for me in my personal development, that is really nice to overcome my dependentness and insecurity. What also really beautiful is the community. Since 6 months, I joined a really beautiful team with Lucy, with Michael, with Christopher Taylor, Troy Casey, and I'm building here also in Europe a really great team with a lot of Czech practitioners. So everything seems falls together, and I'm really grateful for that. And for me, it's not only doing business and becoming financially free, because if I look at you guys and every human being I have Zooms with, it's also a meeting with a lot of like-minded people with shared vision and mission of making the world healthier and sharing all our knowledge. So for me, that is a real big value to everything. Now, in 6 months' time, I became Troy's second hand here in Europe, besides Andy Mills. So in 6 months' time, already in 2 months' time, Troy talked to me personally, and he said, after talking with Andy, "You're so motivated and so passionate. I believe in you. I want you to become one of my team leaders." So for me, a lot happened in the last 6 months. So I'm really grateful for that. Now, my personal development, James Brown is one of my greatest inspirers. James Brown is about self-empowerment. I pay the cost to be the boss. I don't need nobody to give me nothing. I open up the door because I will get it myself. Those are mantras which help me also a lot in my journey of overcoming my self-limiting beliefs and becoming a holistic businessman, but overall, I think a beautiful human being with with a dream to share everything about health and wealth with my fellow human beings. So I'm still learning. I have to learn a lot, but this journey so far brought me a lot. So if you guys want to join me on this evolution and finally earn what you deserve and create the change in the world and become part of a green new economy with a positive impact on humanity and this beautiful planet, then message me if you're interested, and me and my team will guide you to create the life of your dreams. So I want to thank you guys for sharing and listening, and I'm always open for feedback.